In terms of mandates affecting real estate, do you see it from a real estate perspective and how companies are making decisions? Are they concerned about the success or the failure of their models, of their hybrid models, and whether they're going to actually get people into the office and what their commitments are going to be to real estate?
So there is certainly definitely concern, but I think where we're seeing the winning strategy is really understanding what are you trying to achieve as an organization and how space can make that possible. So if I can think of in my head 2 clients that I work with and they're direct competitors in the same industry. And while it's important to understand industry trends, the most important thing is to understand what you want as an organization and how you service those that you were trying to serve in terms of your client base. And in terms of these organizations, they have 2 very different models and both work for each because of the type of organizations they are.
Right.
So in the first case, you have an organization where they mandate 3 days per week. It's different days depending on the team so that they can save on their real estate spend because there's some sharing of desks. And the thing that they really wanted to achieve, they wanted to make sure that there was organic pre-pandemic conversations that would have, such as the water cooler talk or the offside after a 10-person meeting in a boardroom where 2 people meet after to discuss and provide their feedback. Those things weren't necessarily happening in the same cadence when people were meeting virtually.
Right.
So it was very important for them to get people in the office.
Right.
The other organization, at a total contrast, they have office space, but they're very much virtual first.
Yeah.
And for them, it's more about, we want the best people working for our organization. And we feel we can manage to have situations where people really are having meetings, even if they're 5 kilometers apart or 500 kilometers apart.
So totally different cultures.
100.
So same culture, very similar businesses. I know the 2 you're talking about, but they're so similar. And the staff may move between these 2 companies at different times. And yet they're moving from one very different culture to another. And it's expressed in the way that they're using space.
No, 100%. And so, for example, that second one, the fun thing they're doing is, again, they're cutting down their space a bit, but it's not as if there isn't space. It's more so that they have a certain amount of offices. Sometimes they have multiple offices in a market. You can go to any office you'd like, whenever you'd like. And generally, the only mandatory attendance is, let's say, for example, someone key you work with in another city happens to be in your town. Then they may require people to be able to meet in person because there's just something about being able to see and talk to people in person.
That's occasional.
That could be maybe once a month, once a quarter, all subject to the team.